Dead meme.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Valheim. I figure today we'll cover the Goblin King Yagluth. I believe it's how you pronounce it, please forgive me. So, we're just going to briefly talk about what your gear might look like, the food you may have available, and a couple of strategies. So let's just quickly jump in. These are the three foods that you will probably have. Fish wraps, depending on how many fish you decide to pick up or fish for. That'll depend on you. The other alternative is maybe some cooked lox meat, but I do recommend taking some time to pick up some beached fish or actually go fishing. Build an oven so you can cook a lox meat pie and some bread, and this will give you an enormous amount of health and an enormous amount of stamina. Of course, as well, you should have some fire resistance barley or barley wine. He does do a great deal of fire damage, and of course, medium healing potions are available to you at this point in the game. And you could make this with some really simple ingredients. Like the hardest one comes from the swamp, and you can just throw that in your mead maker, and you'll have like 75 health, I believe it is. Yeah, 75 health healed over time. Not amazing, but every little thing helps. Yeah, and approximately 190 health, give or take a little bit. So that's not too bad. To summon Yagluth, you're going to require these furling totems. I've done a video that explains how to get these. But for the most part, if you see those villages there, go explore them. And you'll basically find some totems sometimes. You'll need 5 of them. And this little box here will give you a clue. So you take his little totems, make the sacrifice. Now, while he's popping in, you can kind of get an idea of where he's going to spawn. Yagluth has 3 major attacks: a fire breath, a nova, and meteorites. So something to keep in mind, he is immune to poison, highly resistant to fire. He cannot be staggered. So let's show you the attacks. Oh, I better turn off ghost mode. Alright, so we'll get him to do a couple attacks so you can see what he does. Meteor. So meteors will fall from the sky. You can kind of see where they're coming from, and you can hide behind the fingers of his little arena here. You can expect fire breath, I believe. Yep. You are unlikely to block that with a shield. I would not bother trying. And he's got one more attack, a nova. Let me see if he'll do it. There it is. Not overly damaging, but the fire dot sucks. Yeah, look at that. That is brutal. Meteors again. So you can try to hide behind some rocks. So in reality, you're not going to fight him like this. You're going to hang around one of these little pillars. And you're going to let him get close to you. Now you would think, oh, we'll just arrow him. Well, as you can see, arrows don't really do that much damage. It's pretty bad. So this might be a bit closer in how you expect to fight him. You'll probably be hiding behind one of his little finger thingies here. And meteors are coming because right hand is in the air. And now that he's getting closer, the nova's coming, but the damage is so low that I would just kind of use this as your chance to get your hits in. And meteors are coming. Hide. Now eventually this thing is going to break down, but there are 5 sets of rocks to hide behind. Alright, so we'll just show you a few different weapons, how effective they may or may not be. So the porcupine, not very good. The black metal sword, close to the same. And Frostner, which is another half-decent weapon for this level. Not all that much better. This feels a bit better than the others, though. And how about the silver sword? Silver sword feels like it's getting lots of nice hits. So, a bit of a learning experience for me. I used to fight him with the black metal. Oh, while we're here, this is a strategy people used to use. They used to cheese him. He can breathe in a downward fashion now. Keep that in mind. Alright, so we'll just use some dev commands to get rid of him. So, he's been killed. Let's see what kind of drops you can expect. Alright, so the Torn Spirit, that's required in order to basically make the items you're going to need to explore the Mistlands. We'll do a video on that a little bit later. It's kind of not relevant to what this is about. Of course, you get his trophy if you return him to or return his head to the spawn point, which I'm sure you know what it looks like by now. Looks like that on the map, and you can have his power. Gives you a great deal of resistance to various kinds of elemental magic, which can be kind of useful when fighting some of the enemies in the next biome. So, just to keep in mind or to review, you're going to get yourself 5 totems. You'll just line them up here. You'll find them in villages of the Furlings or in some towers. When you pop him in, he has 3 attacks. When he puts his right hand in the air, the meteors come. Left hand in the air, Nova attack. Deep breath, straight on fire attack. If you line of sight the meteors by using the pillars, you should do okay. He is not easily cheesed anymore. You can still cheese him, but you're going to need to build a better trench than what I've done here. But anyway, if you found the video useful or you liked it, a sub and a like would be pretty cool. I'm going to do the Mistlands biome pretty soon, and I would hope to see you guys there. If there's some stuff in there that you think I should have talked about or covered, just throw it down on the comments there. Keep in mind we're not getting too deep into like where totems come from and things, just basically how Yagluth behaves and how you might want to prepare for that battle. Thanks for showing up. See you all again real soon.